If he's compassionate, he understands. The Catholic boy has to have his tea. Well, straight away, I'd like to thank Kevin for inviting us to play tonight. It's very gratifying. There's really not a whole lot of places for artists to do their thing around the east side, let alone Seattle, unless you've got some sort of pedigree or calling card hard enough to get into some of the amplified venues, even let alone places like Triple Door or the Paramount. So we will take Soul Food Coffee and we will help elevate it among the people we know. Thank you. Since we're going to be together for about 2 hours tonight, give or take the rock star late start here, we should be on a first name basis. I'm Marty. This is Jim. And as Kevin said, we are the Faradays. We write and play original music, and some of it goes like this. Dashboard, staring me down. Very a mouse so small I can't tell if she's wearing a frown, or is she smiling in a weary mother's way, cleaning up her children when they misbehave. Floorboards, they're there now. Don't know how, she seems to say, maybe I'll hover here for days, playing patient witness to all your wicked ways. Painted, penetrating eyes can see everything invisible surrounding you and me. Oh, Mother Mary, I'm where I should be. Oh, won't you come on over, sit down beside me. Thank you. It's amazing the voice still works after a week's worth of head colds, so your forbearance is appreciated.
You got you some of that tea?
Got some tea. Kev hooked me up with some tea and some. I've never had agave honey before, but there is plenty of it in that mug. And so, if anything else, I'm going to have type 2 diabetes by the time I'm done here. But I got pretty well jacked up on that stuff. We're going to play a little something in the people's key here, the key of G. I'll play Mirror. A little bit of twang. Not that song wasn't twangy enough. We need a little bit more of that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So such patience to suffer all these faces, whose only time is here and now, whose every bill erases, whose whole is half and self is all, to seek without the suffer, the short is laugh and smug is tall, lonely lets no other. Grant the soul such patience to suffer all these others who snipe at every sister, step upon their brother. Oh, I heard the news today. Oh, and upon reflection, the tears come spilling out. More than dream or try, shrug is more than shoulder. Grant the soul such patience to suffer its own shadow, for what is seen outside today may find a mirror tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good sound, Kevin. Thank you. Done very well.
It certainly helps.
It does. Subtle little shift in pick thickness here. This next tune, which is...
You need this by you?
Yeah, no, I like squinting. It makes me look like I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. If I just wasn't so blessed vain, I'd put my glasses on and I'd look over there and do it.
It would help if you would have written it.
But the glare
yellow
would blind you all. That and the gleam off my oil-covered forehead. This is a song called All in Your Head. For my wife. She's patiently waiting at home. I don't know if she's waiting, but she's at home with my 1-year-old daughter. I love them both dearly.
It's all in your head, she says. Some conversation that we've never had. Spinning those wheels in there, it's going nowhere but wound up in mad. Shuffle around interior rooms, consult with the angels to bind up your wounds. Come back to bed, she says, head like a pillow, crawling with thoughts. Try counting on me instead, never mind numbering the things that we're not. These unguarded moments make it so. Tangled in reasons we will never know. Seems I used to though. Judas leaves messages on your phone. Dredging up fears you never should have known. But you're not alone. It's all in your mind, she says, chewing up letters and spitting out words. Things got that bad, I guess. Fly out the window and plummet to earth. The traitor within will be found out. He's nothing you know that you can't live without. When spinning your wheels has left you spent. The angels will fly to your defense. It's all in your head, she says. Come back to bed, she says.
Thank you.
Thank you all. So I said we do all original music. We do for the most part. There's a particular affinity that I have, and that I think Jim shares it for the writing of Neil Finn, probably one of the better songwriters of the 20th and 21st century. You may recognize the name from Split Ends and Crowded House. He's a really underappreciated New Zealand songwriter. Kind of in the vein of Paul McCartney. Actually been compared to him. I think Elvis Costello said a couple of Finn's songs he would have given an appendage to have written them. So that's pretty high praise from Elvis Costello, is another one of my favorite writers. This next song is called Weather With You. It's an old Crowded House song. And that's still agave honey in there.
Sweet.
Now I know why hummingbirds' wings flap so quickly.
You getting a sugar bus?
I am. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Walking round the room singing stormy weather at 57 Mount Pleasant Street. Well, it's the same room, but everything's different. You can find the sleep, but not the dream. Things ain't cooking in my kitchen. Strange affliction wash over me. Julius Caesar and the Roman Empire couldn't conquer the blue sky. Well, there's a small boat made of China. It's going nowhere on the mantelpiece. Well, do I lie like a lounge room lizard, or do I sing like a bird released? Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Take the weather with you. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. Take the weather with you.
Thank you. That's a lot of fun to do that, to play Neil Finn and Tim Finn for just a moment. And you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, what happened? I never was them. Squinting again, we opt for a relatively new song. It's called Stamford Bridge. To all the people who have just sat down, thank you. to say hi to my folks that are in the audience tonight. They're pretty cool. A couple of one's an octogenarian, the other one is nearing that, and I appreciate them coming out to see what's become of their son. It's been, 25, 30 years since you've seen me?
You never call.
Yeah, you never call. Thank you. You know you're doing something right when the 8-year-old is grooving. Was she 8, 9, 10? 5. Well, a tall 5-year-old. 5. That's even better that you're grooving at 5. Yeah. Get to groove early and keep it. So, though we both are native Washingtonians, having lived a little while, I guess you wouldn't have lived as richly if you didn't go somewhere else to compare it to this wonderful place. I know we've got a lot of folks here probably from other countries, and I hope you can appreciate how unique this is even within the United context of the United States. Washington State's a pretty amazing place, and we like to keep it that way without being xenophobic. But I lived in the other Washington for a little while, the D.C. one, which is sort of the anti-Washington. And it affected me so deeply, I came back with a song. So this is called Blue Gone Gray. And it's in the 3/4 time signature, which is also heavily neglected.
One. You doing it in G flat now?
Yeah, the 4th fret. Okay. It is the key, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. History of a Cain and Abel kind. To claim I'm unfamiliar with the wars we wage inside would bend the truth, branch and root till it's looking like a lie. Blue gone gray. Scarecrows march through Maryland. In Texas there's a drought. Blue gone gray. Below the Mason-Dixon line, I'm living hand to mouth. Surrendered my possessions and the innocence of the West. What I'd find come future time was anybody's guess. And soon the old divisions of generations past come treading through Virginia dew and the Pennsylvania grass. Blue gone gray. The Yankees own my stomach, but the rebels got my mouth. Look away. It's easy to deceive you when you don't know north from south. Blushes off the compass rose, battle hymns played out. Have your say. I think I know whose side you're on. It's all you talk about. Just me and no one else. Blue gone gray. Whatever man I tried to be, the colors fading out. And come what may, it ain't no lie to see both sides someday. They are sorted out. Thank you. Thank you very much. You killed the coffee grinder at the precise moment we needed you to. That was just like we worked on it. Exactly like we rehearsed. We cannot stop the wheels of commerce. Music can do many things, but it cannot stop the wheels of commerce. It's good commerce, so please, patronize.
And really good coffee. Obviously, you know that.
Jim is jaking up here, I can tell. He's
just trying to hold it together.
Well, we're going to take you back to something reminiscent of the turn of the 19th, 20th century. Little Django Reinhardt, Charlie Christian sort of inspired thing called Harry. A brief little ditty. A one, a two, un, deux, trois, quatre. He left his family far below as he approached the pearly gate. To his surprise, he had to wait. The line was long and slow, you see. A little like eternity. Tapped his foot and checked his watch. You know he had some place to be. Harry's head so dizzily was occupied and stuffed with bustling bits of busily and gathering of daily bread. He failed to note that he was in Harry's head. He failed to note that he was dead. Thank you.
He was.
A few creative little bits in there, wasn't there? Yeah, on my part. I was totally comfortable with just comping chords.
Hey, walking it.
Yeah, walking them.
Walking them chords.
Okay, we're going to squander the first 4 frets of some of Christian Frederick Martin's finest fretwork here. Paid for all this guitar, I'm not even going to use it. I'm just going to use this bit.
Eventually.
Yeah. We'll get back to it. This is a song called Win or Lose. We'll try to sing it pretty for you.
swirling down the train. No, not another year watching while everything shines and stings you. Mend and make. Don't believe in fate. You can stand defiant, question everything they said. They tell you that it's raining while they're pissing on your head. If dying's for the living, let this wine rest in my bones. A smiling silence, breaking bread or sinking all alone. All alone. Stop while you're sleeping. See the day shining, should be making hay. Coming up like an echo, stepping out, eyes wide open. You and